everything's pushing together to say, this is a role that has come for you. You must do this. You must do this thing. You must be this thing. You must go ahead with this. Hi, my name's Dee and welcome to Sunchild Tarot. Now, this is your full moon Gods at Play reading for the full moon in February in Leo. Normally, I would ask you to ask a question before the reading, which you could do, but there's a different way to look at these readings. This is an introductory blurb. It will be the same on all of the signs. There'll be a timestamp down below to get past it, because the reason being, you should watch more than one. I would advise watching your sun, moon, and rising sign, and maybe through the filter. For your sun, the who you are. For your rising, who you're becoming. For your moon, how you're feeling or how your feelings will be affected. Now, what I will have is a spread of the gods that are pressing down upon you, suppressing you, dividing you from you and your higher purpose, and the gods that are lifting you up and giving you the support and propelling you all on your higher purpose. Now, the full moon in Leo, according to some of the astrologers I've been watching, is all about taking a stand, standing up, declaring your power. We've got a lot of, not opposition, but challenges that are in the skies at the moment. So this full moon is all about giving ourselves the opportunity to face those challenges head on. So if you don't know what your moon or rising signs are, by the way, there's a link down in the description. Press through that, you go through, get a free birth chart, and that can give you quite a lot of insight. Okay, let me bring up the cards. Okay, Scorpio, as I do this reading, the full moon has actually hit, so my apologies for it being very slightly late, and there's a lot going on for you here, and I feel like there's a lot of people telling you what you should be doing at the moment, opposing you. Garuda with travel, the Muses with inspiration, Fortuna with fate. Loads of cards wanted to jump out of the mythic oracle. Hera with duty, Themis with natural order, Psyche with sacred union, and Hermes with messages. And then finally, topping it all, Eris with strife, daughter of Aries. Supporting you, Nuada with perfection, Persephone with cycles, Animetia with integrity, Odysseus with the journey, and Nike with victory. So, let me change camera. Now, when I first saw Garuda, my thoughts was, are you being used by somebody as a taxi? But Garuda's other aspect was his faithfulness. And there seems to be a lot of pressure in this top row of, well, here, duty, natural order, sacred union. Everything's pushing together to say, this is a role that has come for you. You must do this. You must do this thing. You must be this thing. You must go ahead with this. And let's face it, there is an element of that which makes you go, oh, yes, you are inspired by it slightly. However, if you are to keep your integrity, it is not your turn to do it. And that is a good thing. It's almost like, I want to say that it's not that there was an opportunity that you want to do and it's not your turn yet. It is that there is some task there to be accomplished. And on that level, it's simply not your turn to do it. It's somebody else's turn and they should be doing it. But there's a lot of peer pressure. There's a lot of ideas coming to you and a lot of peer pressure for you to accomplish this task, whatever it is. Whether it's a role, a task, maybe a job, and you are inspired by it, but not yet. If you are to stay true to who you are, then you do not want to step into this role just yet. everything in its time, everything in cycles, and there will be arguments about this, and there are arguments about this because I feel that people are pushing you into moving along to this role and saying, if you're my friend, you're my brother, you're my son, you're my whatever, therefore you must do this because we have this relationship and you must do this to fulfill your side of the relationship. No, you don't have to do it. Or conversely, another way that this could mean is, because you have options. 7 of Cups has just come up. Another way of looking at it is you don't have to do this yet because it is not your turn. So the message hasn't changed that much. I'm not saying never do this thing. I'm saying don't do it now. Maybe Mercury retrograde will feature somewhere. You will win by holding back somewhat. But the inspiration that is being given to you, this role that is being offered for you, this task that you are being asked to complete, it changes who you are. And therefore, if it changes who you are but is opposing you, then it's harsh words have been trying to point out how much this is your duty. But if it changes who you are you really being true to yourself? And are you also being true to where you are at your stage of development? It could be that this is a thing for you, like say taking over the family business. Yeah, in 5 years' time. Not right now. But there is definitely somebody really, really forceful, or people really forceful, trying to say, this is your role, this is what you were born for, this is what you were made for, this is why we've been together for this time, this is what you owe me, this is what you must do for us to be good together, whatever it is, whatever the relationship is, boss, friend, family, partner, whatever. But you need to have the wisdom to go, no, I'm all right as I am. King of Swords with perfection. I'm all right as I am. I do not need to take action yet. I can, but I don't need to. There isn't. There's too much debate going on around this situation. Things are too changeable, and people aren't necessarily understanding all the factors that are there for you to. I can't believe I'd already put in my head what I was going to say, that it's not time yet, it's not your turn. And then on the integrity, we get temperance, patience, know the right time to act. It's only just growing. Your role in whatever this is, if there is one, is not yet. You've got a journey for you to go on. There's conflict, an inner conflict that you have to face and overcome, which you have a chance of getting a victory with by finding your own inner light. But the converse argument where they're trying to push you into this role is not just saying I'm not going to do it. It's saying I'm not ready yet because there's other things I need to do. There's bits of me I need to work on. So if this means anything to you, Scorpio, and I must admit, I'm not familiar with, especially if this is your rising sign, I'm not familiar with what all the astrology is happening in what house where, but you've got a lot of, we've all got a lot of work this year, but you've got a lot of work on at the minute, but you have a prime opportunity right now because all this opposition, it is there to test you, to hone you, to, if you're not ready yet, which you're not, but if you're not ready yet, why are you not ready yet? How are you not ready yet? And all this pressure and all this inspiration that's coming to you will point out to you those things that best need your attention to work on, which is not this role, it is not this project yet. But by looking at why you are not ready, why it is not your turn yet, you get to work on the things so that if this is something that you want, it will come around again, just like winter follows summer and summer follows winter. Your turn will come, just not yet, because you've got to do the inner work first. Okay, so if this means anything to you, Scorpio, comment down below. Your next reading will be your waning moon reading. On Wednesday, Mars passes the galactic center, so I'm going to do the brilliantly titled Martian Galactic Downloads. I love that title. That's it, really. Okay, good luck with it. See you later. Cheers.